Welcome to John O'Quinn Field. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Houston's offense will get the first crack at it here. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. So Utah's offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Blasted as he lets it go. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Utes will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The give to the tailback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the option. He'll toss it. He has the first and still on his feet. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Now on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Using the quick game. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Harrell. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. With jet sweep pass. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They'll try to pop the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wilson will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Gives it to the back on the draw. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The Utes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with second and 11. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Nice play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Utes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's caught. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Cougars want to crank the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. He'll run it again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! All that baby in, and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the Elcon. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Utes are threatening in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the 1st down without getting the touchdown. Wilson to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Slings it. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32 to 29. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Anderson. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ball. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. They'll immediately call timeout. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been...
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Harrell. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the Heat. He'll take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. The sure hands, it's Brown. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wilson will throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. He'll keep it himself. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Now this offense is back on the field. Wilson to pass. Pocket breaking down. Got the back over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Utes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Houston will be forced to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll give it to him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. Wilson will throw. Grab near the marker. It's Andrews. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go right back to it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And that that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. He'll do it himself. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
It's a draw. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Wilson to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Powers through the defender. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pressure coming. Enough pass rush gets home.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter. You're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Offense is stopped. Will be in turnover on downs.
Wilson will throw. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The running back has it. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Makes his man miss. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Utes will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. It's a draw. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Goes to the option. Touchdown, Utah! Great job by the back on the option. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, one pothole after another. They're trailing by 21 to USC. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Harrell. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Houston going up tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.